Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry, what can I say? Anyway, we're back. So we were just analyzing one of our group's deals where one of our group members bought a duplex. That was after we looked at Empire here. That was after we looked at Lehigh. We thought this actually had more of a wedge potential than that sale we looked at on Montebello. Then we got into kind of looking at how to find the wedge deals. The last live stream was great in terms of if you want to see how to start identifying potential wedge deals, and then obviously verifying them with available info, which we didn't yet do, but we gave you a little bit of a sort of that homework challenge. So now we're looking at this deal here on Southview, which is a duplex. We've got 25% down. With 25% down, we have a little bit of a negative cash flow. And it is with, in my opinion, a relatively low budget for maintenance. I think maintenance is low and it's being managed by yourself. The principal pay down is only $200. I would look at this as this is a great learning experience of a property. Ideally, if we could do something, oh, here's your taxes broken down. Wow, you guys do pay like 2% in taxes over there, don't you? Texas must be expensive. But anyway, uh, you know, eh, it's okay. Look, you got in. You're gonna be close to break even for a bit. I would love to see if we could raise the rents here because really, if we could get you to a cash flowing state, that's going to be better. So I would be doing comps to see what the rents are in your area. This is important when you guys are buying these kind of deals. Excuse me. Try to find them where the numbers look like this, but then you can bump each of the rents, say $300 or something like that. That would be great. In terms of how much should you spend more money on improving the property to get more out of it? I don't know if you can do that. That becomes a little bit of a question where you have to analyze your own market and say, okay, here's a duplex that we bought. What are going to be value add improvements? Well, the issue with units is usually you don't really get a big return in rent increases unless you go through and change the entire feel of it. So, for example, let's see, you've got the white walls. If these units were empty, let's say you had no tenants in there, and you got rid of the wood paneling, you got rid of the saltillo tile, and you put some stainless steel appliances in there, and you got some more lighting in there because there's really no light closet for that laundry, some more lighting in these bathrooms. And now all of a sudden they were empty and you kind of started over. You have to analyze, well, would you actually be getting a lot more rent? Because right now you're in a position where you've got a negative cash flow. And to do what I'm saying, you're going to be dumping ten to $15,000, maybe more, into both of these units. But for what? Why would you spend $30,000 to get maybe, I don't know, $200 more in rent in total? It wouldn't, I don't know that it would make sense because then you'd be getting what, $2,400 on 30K. I mean, that's fine. That's, hey, you know what? I guess if you want to do that, you could, because in theory, that'd be 8%, I guess. But can you get $100 more from each unit if you do that? Maybe then it would make sense. That's why I like doing the numbers. So my initial reaction is, can the market bear that? So if I did the numbers and I looked and said I could get, say, $1,500 for the 3 bedroom there, and I could get four for whatever reason, maybe that one's smaller, and I could get 1,400 for that one, and I knew I could get $210 more over here, and I could get, gosh, I don't know, even if I got $400 more, right? 1350. And I was able to get a total of $610 more per month by putting in even $40,000. Now the numbers maybe start making sense. See, and this is frozen over my face. How hard is it for a Mac to be able to process a math problem? That's kind of funny. Okay, so 610. It's still frozen. That's funny. We'll go to Google then. Uh, so let's do 610 times 12. What do we got? Seven. See, these are the kind of numbers I'd like because I could even spend 100 grand and get 700 or get $7,000 back. That would be nice. But if I got this kind of math by spending $40,000, that would be a return on my money of 18%. And now that's rough. That's a rough return, right? Because remember, like there's depreciation when you do these kind of repairs. But now I look at it and go, okay, if I had 40 grand to spend and I fixed that carport, I changed out all the flooring to like luxury vinyl plank and I cleaned the place up a little bit. Like, can I do, what's a good one? We've looked at this one before. The one that we've looked at, everybody can look up here in Thousand Oaks on Capella. I like this example because I know it's a quick, easy, accessible 3D tour unless Redfin got rid of it. No, it's still there. Good. This is one that we did on a dime. I mean, like, I think $10,000 went into this. And this is a standalone condo. So, I mean, I really wanted to get rid of this flooring. I would have spent a little bit more and done all the vinyl plank down here. But now look what you've got. You've got a brighter theme. Maybe you go with the gray and the white contrast on the floor. You've got a nice kitchen. All of a sudden, if you can justify spending 40 G's for your duplex unit, that door didn't get painted yet when we got scanned. I hate it when doors are like this. It's because people touch the door, not the actual handle. But anyway, this is to me an example of, okay, this is like, if I could get that kind of return by doing those repairs, that's what I would do. And in your case, that might mean, oh, look, the window washers are there. In your case, that might mean the kitchen. So you got the 6 panel doors there. I wouldn't get rid of the kitchen though. I mean, yeah, you got that granite though. The granite's it's full backsplash, so it was expensive when somebody did it. I would hate to get rid of it because it's not the most in color, so I would leave it. And I would get hardware on these doors. I'd get all the light fixtures replaced, new appliances. Get rid of the cheap blinds right there. It's got the good systems. The tenants that are there have a lot of stuff. They've got pets. It makes sense the rent you're getting, and it makes sense why it's a negative. But I would do the market research before doing anything. Do the comps on what the rents are in the area. Because guess what? You could end up getting blindsided like what I saw. When we just in the last live stream, we pulled up the comp on Montebello that Zillow pulled up. Like, how fast did we see that? And it's like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, either something's going on in the neighborhood or they messed up. And if they didn't mess up, then we have to be careful of that kind of stuff because we always want to check our gut. And the numbers I just did sound really exciting. Oh yeah, I'm going to spend 40 grand and I'm going to get $600 more in rent, 300 more from each of them. But if the market doesn't justify it, there's no sense in doing that. All right, next. Newbie here, under contract on our second property. Congratulations, Martin. Let's look at this. So Martin is under contract, responding around, what are we in? Like 7 minutes into the next live stream here. Why do I always minimize it? 7:30 into today's live. Around 7:30 into today's live stream. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We have Martin's deal, new property, got it for 518, appraisal at 550. Look at that. That is awesome. It's very rare. I'm not under contract. I think newbie in chat. I think he's calling himself a newbie as a new. Uh, so look at that, appraised for 550. That's really rare to actually get the appraisal to come in above. It must mean it is a slam dunk of a wedge deal because usually, even on good deals, the appraisers won't admit to it. Well, I'm just going to look at the one you're under contract on now. 5% down, 4.875. That sounds accurate. 30% down, 5%. This is perfect. 30-year fixed, 5% down. Everything about what you're saying sounds right. So, congratulations. You closed escrow 2 days ago. All right, let's see what we got. So, Martin here got himself a single family, a 3 and 2, 1,098 square feet, built in 1960. Perfect. Congratulations. It is a 1 full bath and a half bath. So I think that means you don't actually have a master, but that's okay for this square footage. I don't have any other pictures. Mhm. Let's try a different website then. See, for whatever reason, yeah, look at this. This is the thing about Zillow. We saw Lehigh was off the market when we were looking for wedge deals in Ventura. It's like, why is Lehigh off the market? It's obviously on the market. It's because somebody's not paying attention to renew these listings. Redfin keeps up a little faster. As much as I don't appreciate their company, I do like their technology. Okay, so yeah, I like this. I mean, this is great because honestly, this kitchen, they've done a lot of work for you here. The cabinets look either refaced or redone. You've got kind of two faces going on here, which is a little weird, but maybe you can finish that off. I can't. This does look like a stone countertop. I would love to get rid of that fluorescent panel and just do some can lights there. Change these switches out. Google how to call an electrician and have them change some switches and outlets for you. Make them white. That's probably linoleum floor, honestly. Yeah, you could definitely, yeah. So this feels pretty wedgy, right? Because you got kind of the nasty carpet, you got the old pink tile over here. The texture is a little extreme in the bathroom. So this makes sense. I think you ended up getting a good deal just because some of the cosmetic elements aren't as great as they could be. This is a great lot. Nobody's looking into your backyard. You've got RV parking. You're near normal power lines, which is very common for a 1960s neighborhood. There's nothing to be alarmed with there. Love the two-step yard. This is a beautiful yard. Let's look at the map here. You're not a yeah but in terms of location that I could tell. You're close to Social Security. I'm just saying that. This doesn't mean anything. I like it. This is good. So congratulations. That is great. I'd love it if you could post a picture of you in front of the house or something like that. That is awesome. And then and share that in our Discord. 9,000 square foot lot. That's rare. Good job, folks. This is nice. All right, next. Let's see. What is that? Kevin, could this portend your prediction that AI will disrupt how we find? Oh yeah, AI is definitely going to screw us with finding wedge deals, but that's 20 years out. Well, they may happen sooner than 10 years. Okay, well, see, I thought 10 to 20 years, and you're thinking 3 years. So, well, geez, let's see what we got. This is what happens with me. I don't read the whole thing before talking. You guys get raw Kevin in the lives. Actually, you pretty much get raw Kevin on YouTube too, because I just don't really care about trying to be perfect. Quantarium residential valuation model technical overview. This looks like it's going to be something I have to read, but let's touch on it briefly here, and let's see if we can think of some opinions. So we'll say we're responding at 12 min into in today's live. So what is this? Residential valuation methods. Yep. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so you know we have to be careful because these confidence scores. This kind of stuff is very, very common right now. Fannie Mae runs databases like these for appraisals. A lot of properties where people are getting like a $200,000 loan on a $600,000 deal, they don't even get appraisals anymore because they just use automated valuation metrics. Very, very common. This doesn't necessarily mean wedge deals are going to go away, but they do try to use comps, much like Zillow does, to understand value. Now, what concerns me, and that might be what this is we want to see a wedge deal is when the systems are good, the cosmetics suck, right? Like the videos I've posted, and we've talked about this a lot before in other live streams. See what we got. Property characteristics model. These types of models learn complex relations between many property characteristics and market value. Training is used. Regression trees, more clubs. Yeah, this is all AI talk, but this tells me nothing about wedge deals so far. And I know I'm just skimming right now. Obviously, we're going to look at comparable sales. This is pretty basic so far. So far, this looks pretty typical. What I really want to see, or maybe I don't want to see yet, see, this is what you're going to see. Similarity, all these similarity ratios because they're taking square footage, age, when did it sell, blah, 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 blah. But so far, nothing indicates like a wedge index, right? That's when I think we start getting concerned where all of a sudden it's like, we start losing the opportunities to really get wedge deals. But until I start seeing that kind of stuff, not super worried about AI because it's nothing more than what Redfin does, than what Zillow does, and all that stuff. So, all right, Sam here, and then you guys get a couple of questions. Okay, yeah. So what is this question here? Rent? Do you ever use Rent chart or Rent-O-Meter to get a feel for rents? No, usually what I'll do for rents is literally the same thing I'll do for MLS sale comps. Is I just put a circle around a region, and then I'll try to figure out, okay, well, let's see what rents are in a given area. So, for example, let's go to rent, and I'll just show you. We go over here and we say, let's go to where do we want to go? Let's find what Let's say I want to know what a 2-bedroom, 1-bath or a 3-bedroom, 1-bath rents for in this neighborhood right here. So I know the neighborhoods change at these boundary lines. So I'm going to do this because these neighborhoods start getting vastly different. Let's see. Now, the bummer is usually I don't get to see many rental comps on the MLS. So I usually have to look at active Craigslist stuff, or I have to go back in time. I mean, this is pathetic that I get 2 comps. So usually, there we go, 11. Usually takes me a while to get the data that I need for rentals. But look, oh, look at that. There's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath for 2650. Great. So I already know I have active competition of a 2-bedroom, 1-bath where somebody takes pictures high up and very dark. But this is nice. I mean, it's a nice property. They got new doors, they got new flooring, they got a new kitchen. Honestly, this property's over improved. The landscaping is horrible. They could have done a better job on the landscaping. They could have put a better appliance set in. And the bathroom's not super exciting. They tried going beachy, but hey, okay, 2650. What is this? Here's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath for 2700 that's active. So there I go. Now I take the condition of my property, I compare it to these two. If I think my property is better than both of these, well, then I might price where they are at 27 and be the first to be rented. I don't want to be sitting on the market like these people. I don't understand why people leave properties on the market so long. Look at this. This has been on the market as a rental since November. That's moronic. That's absolutely dumb. I mean, December, January, Feb, that's 3 months. That's 90 days. If they just put this place up for rent for $2,500, they just lost 3 times 25. They just lost $7,500 trying to chase what? An extra $100? An extra $100 would take me 75 months to recoup. That's dumb. Get the place rented. Super dumb. So now I know that these people are high because they've been on the market for so long. And then I go, okay, well, maybe that's not actually what the rents are in the neighborhoods. Here's one for 2450. What do we got? This is a 3-in-1 for 2450. And look, it rented within 2 weeks, 16 days. Why does this rent right away and the other one sits on the market for 3 months? Because the rents ain't 2700. The rents are probably 2400 or 2500. You start noticing it very quickly when you do the data. And that's the nice thing about running the comps, and always second guess yourself. You know, I could seem confident on here, but I always second guess myself no matter what deal I'm doing because I always want to play that devil's advocate. What if I put this place on the market and it doesn't rent? What's my worst case scenario? What am I definitely better than? Sam's got a question. Sam, we're replying at some point here. What are we replying at? 18 minutes. Sam's question. Sam Bart. Sam. 18 min in today's live. One unit rents for $795. Other unit rents for $750. Currently listed at 225. See, that looks already a little bit more reasonable than the Texas deal. Although, hey, maybe that Dallas, Texas deal we looked at was in a very desirable area where that made sense. But let's actually just open it up and see. And then I'll check your guys' chats here again. Listing says it's been consistently occupied for 10 plus years, but haven't fact checked yet. Yeah, smart. So you already know what to look for. Good for you. Only multifamily available in my area for that price range. Yeah, and that's the bummer is like in this area here, the city of Ventura, it's like, oh, there's not that much multifamily available. Well, that's super frustrating. It's a waste of time sometimes to chase them because they're overpriced. Area's a little rough, but tons of investments are going in around. I don't like rough areas. On the market 63 days. Pretty rotted out subfloor. Not sure what's going on with the second unit. 195. I think I can get it for that. All right. Richmond, Virginia. Is it that one? No. Hold on. Is it? It is that. Oh, it is a duplex. Okay. Why do they list it as a 3-in-1? If it's a duplex, it's not a 3-in-1. It has to have more than one bathroom to be a duplex. Huge unit, more than 1,200 square feet. Unless I'm messed up on what you guys mean by duplex, because duplex usually means 2-unit, and that's what you've described here. Unless you're in like New York or Miami and you're talking about a duplex penthouse. Uh, Water, trash, sewage included. Reserved today with just $199. Oh, this is for lease? Oh, Zillow's probably picking up the rental description here. Ah, okay, that's what they're doing. So they're picking up the rental description. So one of the units is a 3-in-1, and the other unit is something else. But we have no other pictures, so we have no way of knowing what this property is. Unfortunately for you, 2802 North Ave, Richmond, VA. Hey, you're here. Yeah, it's a 3 upstairs and 3 downstairs. They're each 3-in-1s. Okay. All right. Fair. So I wish I could find some pictures here. Nice drone shot. Hope they didn't crash into the power lines. I've almost done that. All right. Yeah, I mean, so look, I like the area. I believe in Richmond, Virginia. I like the location from what I can tell. It's super close to transit. You got schools nearby, but you say the area is so-so. I mean, I don't know. Okay, here's the downtown. That makes sense. Usually when you escape the downtown, you start getting like, prices go down dramatically once you kind of leave the actual downtown area. And it looks like you have to go through the industrial center to even get here, or basically you're going through some rougher areas to get to this area. Again, I mean, you got a dollar store nearby. It's different than investing in a funeral home. It's different than investing next to like, the Cheesecake Factory, right? And another funeral home over here. Dang, what's going on in this area, man? So uh it's an older structure. How old is this thing? Just yeah, 1929. Okay. My initial reaction is just be careful trying to, bailing somebody out of something like this. Units are historically going to get listed for more money. Let's do some quick math here. One of the units is 795. Now, are the rents low or are those market in the area? Because if you get 795 plus, we're going to hijack the spreadsheet here. Why not? So remember it. Everything in real estate needs to be napkin mathable. Otherwise, I'm not interested. I mean, obviously, when you have like 50 units, it's nice to use a spreadsheet, but yeah, it should be pretty simple. So our annual gross income uh, is this. Our net. What are we gonna do for our net? Y'all should know this. Pretty simple, 0.65. And so what do we got now? Now we've got a purchase price of, you're thinking 195. I mean, these numbers are gonna look beautiful, but then again, it depends on what you're comfortable with. Do you have to collect rent with a gun? What's the scoop? So gross rent multiplier is the price divided by our gross rent. Yeah, it's selling for 10 and a half times gross. It is pretty common of a lower class neighborhood, like, a C or D. At least that's what I'm seeing, kind of doing the numbers around town, around different areas around the country. And cap rate 6%. Yeah, I mean, for that kind of cap, I don't know. Do I want to get involved in a fixer upper and a duplex? And are the rents capped out? So the question for rents are low. They both just got bumped to 800 each. Yeah, but I mean they're selling them with the rents at $800 each. If the rents are low, does that mean if I did a lot of work and I fixed up the dated kitchen and refinished the hardwood floors, does that mean I could get $1,000 in rents? Then it might be more exciting. Thoughts on looking into revitalization areas? Yeah, like opportunity zones. I mean, it's up to you guys. I like tried and true neighborhoods, and I like finding wedge deals where I know, and I run the comps. Like if I look at Montebello and my cap is 607 as a remodel place with 50 grand into it, fine, fine. Then that's my comp. Like we talked about just in this prior live stream before we cut out. That means I want to get the thing for like 500, and if I could get it for 500, and I could put $40,000 into it, and I can put $10,000 into closing costs and holding costs or whatever. Now I'm into it for five and I know it's worth at least 607, and I know that the same model sold for 680 the same year before that, then I feel insulated. I like that guarantee rather than something where like, well, market value might be 195 here. It's been on the market for 63 days. It's obviously overpriced where they are. So it makes sense that they're inclined to sell it to you for that $20,000 discount, about whatever it was, because they got no other options anyway. And if they just bump the rents to 800, then that's a sign they probably couldn't bump them higher. So be careful. Be careful on that one. All right, Sebastian's here. I'm a noob. Wanted to know if this would be a good wedge deal. Good school districts, shopping centers, highway, Carlsbad. So worried about the kitchen angles. Real estate purchase 5% down, no mortgage insurance. Rate is about 4%. I don't know how you're getting a rate at 4% with 5% down and no mortgage insurance, but however you did it, good for you. 550K. It just got a price drop 2 weeks ago. San Marcos, single family, built in '88, so it's newer. Sam, yours, it's older, a lot older. I mean, it's a '20s property. You don't want to get into a money pit, especially if it's not like a slam dunk wedge deal. I mean, if you could get that deal for, as an example, 150, okay, who cares? The furnace went out. You're still up, right? Navy Federal, good for you, man. Um, Semi-gloss walls. I don't like that. The carpet is actually an upgraded Berber, which I do like. Light fixtures are cool. Blinds are cool. Oh, perfect. It's like the only thing they left is the kitchen and the bathrooms. Oh, I like it. This is easy, man. Sebastian, yeah, this I like. This I like. I mean, honestly, the paint's nasty. I mean, this is sad. This paint's bad. The carpet upstairs bad. The kitchens and bathrooms are bad. But you probably got the 1980s dual pane windows. You've got, I mean, that's pretty inexpensive laminate. You've got the probably it's an older Berber. You can see some of the staining here. I mean, structurally, I'm not worried about this because I mean, obviously do your inspections, but you're looking at a property that pretty much has copper plumbing. It's got a concrete tile roof. You've got a newer sewer line. You don't have to do anything in the landscaping. I mean, all you have to do here are the kitchens and bathrooms. And if you could get this place for a discount, then yeah, that could be a good wedge deal. So let's do the comps on this one. Let's check it out. See what Sebastian's got. Sebastian, what are you buying? And let's pop it open again so I can get the square footage. Yeah. Okay. 1580 square feet, 3, 2.5. And now I want some solds. So what's this? Well, that sucks. Oh, that's from 2016. Okay, good. Sorry. I hate that Zillow does this. I could honestly probably pull up my MLS. Oh, look, this place sold in 2017 for 637. You're at 550. Ooh. 300 square foot difference, and it's a bedroom larger, but still. Lot is, and your lot's bigger than theirs. A lot bigger. Theirs is 4,500. Yours is 7,500. Okay. Ooh, I like this one, Sebastian. Where's our subject property? This, yeah, it was right next door. The house right next door sold at the end of 2017 with a lot almost half the size for almost $100,000 more. Sweet. Here's one that sold. Oh, right. That was 2016. What is this? Okay, sold for 585. Smaller than yours. Backing up to the busy road over here. Now, this was right before the market started being a little tumultuous. Nice. These people spent money, but they spent money a while ago. The crown molding, the wide wood plank floors, which are actually in. I don't like the countertops in the kitchen, but they did do a kitchen remodel with the appliances. I mean, this is a nicely, tastefully remodeled property with the views. The bathrooms are done. The doors are done. The backyard's fine. Cute property. 585, smaller. Okay, so be careful. I mean, this is a good comp, but I would be trying to get this one for even less. If we could get this one for 525, I'd feel a little better. So, but this so far, I like the look of this because it's not near the busy street. This one's a little smaller. It's near the busy street, but it has some views that I couldn't see in yours. And it sold before the market started tipping down and has the upgrades. So we've got a little bit of kind of this going on. So to insulate yourself away from this one, even if you got yours for like 540, 535, you'd be, in my opinion, getting a good wedge deal from what I can see so far. What's another one here? There's literally another 585 sale right next door. This one sold in the middle of the summer. Same square footage as yours. Corner lot. It's got some updates to it. Updated kitchen. Updated flooring, bathroom. Okay. All right. So 585 again. And to me, again, that reiterates for yours to be a wedge, 525 to 540 would be my target zone. Both these comps are going to squeeze you a little bit, although I love the fact that you're not next to the road like they are. Both of these guys are next to the busy road. That's going to give you another $20,000, $30,000 in wedge equity, we'll call it. So I like it. Good one. And I'm going to make a note that we talked about that. Talked around, when did we talk? We talked around 30 minutes into the second live stream. 30 min into second live. All right, what else we got? You guys are chatting. James got another one. James, I'm going to circle back to you. I just hit one for you. Let me just check with Empire here really quick. Yeah, anytime, man. All right, I think I've got like maybe one more in me, and then I'm gonna have to do another live to catch up. But I need to settle down. Okay, it says it's off the market. I've been looking at this deal. I just went to see it today. Empire. Oops. Check around 31 into part 2 today. Yeah, get in the queue, right? Okay, where was it? So Empire, I just went to see it today. I think after some work, I could get $800 for both units. My monthly payment, I'm assuming, would be $907 with insurance and tax and whatnot. 2-bedroom, 1-bath units. Unit 2 needs some new flooring, kitchen, laundry, high ceilings not shown in pictures. Blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts? Okay, I think after some work, I could get $800 for both units. Ah, why is it so cheap? So after some work, you'd be at a negative cash flow. Okay. What is this? You guys call it twinplex out there? That's hilarious. Separate electric, separate gas. That's good. It's one of the first questions you should ask on units. Are there separate gas and electric meters? Yeah, I mean, it's decent. Just be careful you're not overpaying on this one. How much did you say you were putting down? You didn't. Okay. So I'd like to know how much you're putting down, but I could probably reverse engineer it. So what was it on the market for? Okay, so it's listed for 110. So let's do a mortgage calculator with, I don't know, $90,000, 4.5. Let's go 5%. Yeah, with property taxes, insurance, maintenance, you could have been conservative on your numbers. Okay, 109. Oh, so you were pretty much paying full price. 4K down. What was your rate? And what are your property taxes? Yeah, 564. I could see that. So if we said 150 bucks for property taxes, plus insurance, 100 bucks, plus maintenance and some 4.5 rate. Okay, so that's gonna take a little bit off, but you're gonna have probably mortgage insurance. So that'll bump you right back up the other 40, 50 bucks or whatever. They're covering closing costs. Okay. So our numbers are about the same. It gives you about 150 bucks of a buffer for repairs and stuff like that. So you kind of have a break-even deal, not considering the fact that you have to put some money aside every single month for repairs. You'll have the principal pay down, you'll have the appreciation, but